Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this news brief during what we continue as our Super Tuesday coverage.
It's been about an hour since some of the polls closed and the numbers are starting to roll in. Let's take a look at some of those numbers right now.
Take a look now to start with the numbers coming out of Ector County. Let's take a look at the race for State Representative District 81. These are early voting numbers, and right now Brooks Landgraf is leading that race with 68% of the votes in early voting. Crawford is coming in at 32%. Now let's switch over to the Ector County Sheriff's race. It is a tight one tonight. For the Ector County Sheriff's race, almost a split decision, almost a 50-50 vote right now. That means that this race is going to come down to the wire.
For Ector County Constable Precinct 1, Thompson is in the lead with 34% of the vote. Closest challenger is Eddie Shelton, who is the incumbent. And for Precinct 2, David Llewellyn, who is the incumbent, has 79% of the vote over Richardson.
In the race for Ector County Sheriff, Deputy Mike Griffiths and DA Investigator Joe Commander are neck and neck in these early voting results. But that tight race is not the only interesting part of this election. CBS 7's Christopher Saul is live in front of a polling place that had to turn away voters due to some technical difficulties tonight. Christopher, what happened here?
Jane Tatum, the races are over for tonight. The votes are being tallied, but some issues did arise this evening. Here at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton Catholic Church, a power outage occurred at about 6:15 or 6:30 in the evening, right before polls were about to close. Luckily, the polling staff was able to send people to other precincts to vote, but it was a little bit of a scare, and everybody's happy the power is back on. It just got turned back on about 10 minutes ago, so everything here is resolved, and everybody is all right. For now, live in Odessa, Christopher Saul, CBS 7 News.
Christopher, thanks very much. Let's take a look now at the District 81 race for state representative. Both incumbent Brooks Landgraf and Joshua Crawford are very similar, conservative, pro-life. Both are for protecting Second Amendment rights. The difference, though, comes down to experience, at least according to some voters. That is what they told us. We're going to check in right now with Tatum Gwynn. She is at Brooks Landgraf's watch party in downtown Odessa. Tatum, what updates do you have?
Jay Tatum, we are live here at the Landgraf watch party. I'm going to step out of the shot and give you all a look at the room. We are inside the Rose Room, just like y'all said. Everybody, all supporters are here gathered waiting for Brooks Landgraf. He has not arrived at this time. We're waiting for the rest of the family to get here before Brooks comes in. He's going to come in and he's going to address his supporters. Now, at this time, early voting numbers show that, or very in favor of him. In Ector County, early voting numbers are at 68% for Landgraf and 32% for Crawford. We just spoke with one of the campaign aides who told us that the Ward County is looking to be around 60% also in favor of Landgraf. So the party's just getting started here inside the Rose Room. Brooks is expected to come in here in a few minutes, and we will hear from him. We'll be posting that to the CBS 7 Facebook page and our website. Keep you up to date on everything. From now, reporting live from the Rose Room, I'm Tatum Gwynn, CBS 7 News.
Tatum, thanks very much. Also, we can say in Andrews County, Brooks leading with 64% of the vote over Crawford, who has 36. That's early voting. In Midland, the polls are still open. CBS 7 has learned that some lines at the polling locations have a wait time of about an hour to an hour and a half. Everyone who got in line before 7 is going to be allowed to cast their vote. This means even the early voting numbers will not be available until possibly later tonight. Let's start looking, though, at the early voting numbers in Brewster County. Sheriff Ronnie Dodson leading with 84% of the vote over Cornelio Vega with 16%. Again, that's early voting totals.
We hope you'll stay with CBS 7 News through our website and our mobile app. As soon as we get information, we send out a mobile alert so you'll be the first to know.
And of course, we are following races all over the Permian Basin. We'll see you tonight for a complete wrap up on CBS 7 News at 10.